only on Outdoor Channel.
Warning, today's show has some pretty extreme zombie violence in it. May not be suitable for young children.
The following is an Outdoor Channel original production.
I'm Harry Glass with an Outdoor Channel news break. The zombie emergency is spreading rapidly across the country and globally. Southern states are particularly hard hit. The undead are spreading at an alarming rate. Some 35% of the population has fallen prey. It's spread by the bite of victims attacking people. While the overall situation is bleak, there are small pockets of resistance. Smyrna, Georgia is one good example. It's home to Glock USA, which is providing a lot of help. We will bring you updates regularly. Stay tuned.
Who would have thought 11 seasons ago that we'd end up here? 3 months ago, we were talking about self-defense from muggers. Now we're dealing with an army of the undead. And forget close quarters combat. It's not hand-to-hand, but tooth-to-hand. And that's a bad thing. But we're pretty tough monkeys, and we're hanging on. Maybe even gaining a little ground in some places. And that's what these emergency episodes of Shooting Gallery are all about. As long as we've got batteries and uplinks, we'll show you how to kill the evils and how to stay alive in the process. These days, only headshots count. You know, we used to think that targets like that were sort of a joke. But unless you've been living in a cave for the last 90 days, and hey, which of us doesn't wish we'd been living in a cave, you'd know that killing is the wrong thing to say about those things. You can't kill them, they're already dead or undead. Somehow the terminology gets a little mixed up. But one thing is for certain, they're infected, and they want to infect you. And if you get so much as one bite in 30 minutes, you get to join the legions of the undead, and somebody has to deal with you. If you watch Shooting Gallery in the old days before the world went crazy, you're going to remember Alan Samuel. Alan's a full auto specialist, a police trainer, and a proponent of lots of lead downrange. Alan, I'm old school, 44 Magnum, big bullet going slow, splat. You got a little different philosophy.
Yeah, I think when I'm dealing with a zombie horde or a zombie swarm, I sort of make it more akin to a prairie dog shoot. Where I like to have all those zombies all lined up, the whole family of them, and use a big gigantic belt-fed mow the whole family down all at one time, not having to reload as much as you have to. Facing a wall of zombies, I want as much firepower and frequency of impact as possible. And with the increase in numbers, and with these creeps roaming in large packs looking for living flesh, a full auto gives you the combat advantage.
That's a good perspective, Alan. But there's a couple more close quarter techniques we need to look at. That's why we're all carrying these great big choppers.
.gov to MTT, .gov to MTT, come in.
Stand by. Hey, Michael, this sounds like this might be urgent. I'm gonna get out of here and go take it.
Even at the end of the world, somebody's got to go take a call. Okay, let's take a look at those techniques. A good close combat strategy is critical to survival. Fending off initial strike as well as an index shot are life-saving strategies. The index shot buys you time to back up and get a good sight picture for an immobilizing, killing headshot. And remember, practice and repetition are critical not just for your own efficiency, but ultimately your survival.
Michael, we've got a problem. The CDC went down. Well, they were overrun, but before they were overrun, they managed to get a package out. And that briefcase, I'm hoping, contains maybe a vaccine. It's on a Lear, it's on its way to Cheyenne.
Cheyenne Airport's trash, man. It's been trashed since the beginning.
Well, they managed to land a DIA, grab a couple of military Hummers, and then try to head up to Cheyenne. Unfortunately, the road's a no-go. They got all turned around in the woods and didn't make it.
Freaking tourist.
Whatever is left of .gov is looking for somebody to go out and find that package, and that somebody looks like us. The good news is the government's got a tracking application that allows me to view it on the iPhone. It's about 10 miles from here, and it's not moving.
So they're zombie chow.
Well, if we get lucky and they're finished eating, we can waltz in there, grab the case, and get it on its way. It looks like it's in a community center or a school or something.
You know anybody who can move it north from here?
I'll tell you, I've got a biker guy who's been dying to get inside the Cheyenne fences. It's 100 or so miles from here, but he's our guy. He can make it. I say we finish up this show later. Let's get the hell out of here.
Want to ride along with us on a little tactical operation? Give us a minute to get all kitted up, and then things are going to get very hot and loud. Shooting Gallery is being brought to you by Crimson Trace, immediate decisive advantage. Midway, USA, just about everything for shooting, reloading, gunsmithing, and hunting. Ruger, arms makers for responsible citizens. Stag Arms, left-handed, right-handed, you're covered with Stag Arms. And Streamlight, heroes trust Streamlight.
This is the fitness breakthrough of the decade. This is Supreme 90 Day. It's going to get you ripped in only 90 days. Ordinary workouts lose steam because muscles plateau, so you stop seeing results. Supreme 90 Day employs muscle confusion to accelerate results. Each routine brings on muscle-shocking moves, so your body stays challenged, so you keep getting stronger. You get ripped, you get strong, and you get lean. And all without spending hundreds at the gym. The entire Supreme 90 Day system is just $19.99. That's right, just $19.99. But don't let the price fool you. Supreme 90 Day is backed by real science. In an independent clinical study, an astounding 88% shed excess body fat while ripping muscles to sculpt lean body mass.
Day 1 to day 90, I've seen such an incredible improvement.
My body has gone from a size 8 down to a size 0.
Gotten ripped. I've got abs again. Can't believe that this is my body.
These workouts are the real deal. Muscle confusion, not doing the same thing, are what delivers the result.
You get 5 strength routines to build lean muscle, 3 fat-destroying cardio routines, and 2 core and ab-blasting workouts designed to get your body ripped in 90 days. You also get Supreme Nutrition by New York Times bestseller Tosca Reno, a success chart, plus free online support. And we're still not done. Call right now and get rock-hard abs to get you absolutely shredded. Just pay separate processing. You get 11 DVDs, nutrition guide, success chart, plus free online support for one amazing price. Just $19.99. Backed by an ironclad money-back guarantee. Call now and find out about free shipping. Get into the best shape of your life. Call now.
Call 1-800-962-9770. Call the number now. 1-800-962-9770 and find out about free shipping. That's 1-800-962-9770. Call now.
Sundays on Outdoor Channel. Follow Big Bill and the rest of the Busbus family across America on Wild Game Nation. Sundays at 8:30 p.m. Eastern, only on Outdoor Channel. Now available to your television provider in 100% HD. Sundays on Outdoor Channel. Venture into the wild with the all-stars of the hunting world on Huntmasters. Sundays at 10 p.m. Eastern, only on Outdoor Channel. Now available to your television provider in 100% HD.
This segment of Shooting Gallery is being brought to you by Ruger, arms makers for responsible citizens, and Stag Arms. Left-handed, right-handed, you're covered with Stag Arms. Warning, today's episode of Shooting Gallery has some pretty extreme zombie violence in it, so you might want to think twice before you let the kiddies in.
I'm definitely getting something here. This has got to be our location.
Welcome back to Shooting Gallery in the zombie emergency. The emergency is spreading, but there is hope, and hope is in that building in the form of a CDC courier, some kind of antiviral drug. Alan Samuel, you've seen him on numerous Shooting Galleries, got the word from a CDC radio just before we left. Our job is to go in there, get that briefcase, but the briefcase isn't moving, so I'm guessing we're looking at some close encounters of the zombie kind. Alan, you about ready, dude?
Let's go get us some zombies.
All right, let's do it.
I'm up on the 60, I'm going left.
First one's mine. Crossing. This is the original old school zombie buster. It's a mare's leg made famous by the legendary Steve McQueen, who, hey, would have been a great zombie killer in his own right in Wanted Dead or Alive. Essentially, cut down lever action rifle, Winchester Model 92. This one from Rossi. At least you can get him as a pistol. It's the real deal. 44 Magnum. I believe if you're gonna hunt zombies, great big bullet, hit them really hard. Moving. I like this tandem zombie slaying. Just like on the range, man. Big bullets versus firepower.
Adios, Muerto.
All right, this is touchy. Watch the ground. This looks like the way in. We've got to get ready. Alan needs to clear up above. And you need to be ready too, so you're going to want to stick with us. To help you out, we've got some important information on the zombie apocalypse from Dr. Tom Steele.
Hi, I'm Dr. Thomas Steele, Chief Resident Physician, Hot NG3 Specialist here at NRMC. Now first, use common sense. If you've been bitten by a Hot NG3 victim and have at your disposal any sharp implement, a hacksaw, a hatchet, a sword, and a simple belt, you can probably save your life by quickly and decisively amputating or cutting off the extremity grossly proximal to the wound or as high up as possible on the arm. You'll then take the belt and slip it onto the stub, tightening it just enough to arrest the blood flow. Now, a better solution would be to have a simple trauma kit handy and know how to use it. Be safe, be smart, use euthanasia when you need to. I'm Dr. Thomas Steele.
Introducing Optic 1050, the incredible high-powered super binoculars with 1000% magnification. From a good vantage point, you can see objects up to 35 miles away. You'll be amazed at what you've been missing at sports events, on vacation, or right in your own backyard. You can expect to pay $150 or more for binoculars as powerful as these. But right now, Optic 1050 can be yours for only $98. They have all the high-end features of expensive binoculars. The instant eye width regulator and center focusing wheel easily adjust to your eyes. Plus, they're shock resistant with shatterproof lenses, so even the kids can use them.
I would recommend the Optic 1050 to any sports fan or outdoorsman. One look in the middle of the action. They're lightweight, rugged, durable. They're great.
My husband spent almost $1,000 on binoculars, and these are just as good, if not better.
Seeing is believing. Try these super high-powered, high-impact binoculars for 3 whole months, and if you aren't 100% satisfied, you can return them for a full refund. Order the amazing Optic 1050 binoculars in this handsome carrying case now. An incredible $150 value for only $19.98. As a free gift, you'll also receive the sensational Secret Spy Scope, a $50 value free. Lightweight and portable, this powerful optic mini marvel lets you see without being seen up to 7 miles. Plus, it doubles as a powerful magnifier. But wait, the first 500 callers will also receive these spectacular quadruple-powered travel binoculars, a $50 value free just for shipping and handling. Compact and lightweight, this adjustable portable power viewer slips easily into your pocket or purse to travel with you anywhere. Don't miss this sensational factory direct sale, a $200 value for only $19.98.
To order, call 1-800-421-1796. That's 1-800-421-1796. Don't delay. Call now.
Introducing the Perfect Sit-Up, invented by the U.S. Navy SEAL who brought you the perfect push-up. The Perfect Sit-Up reinvents the sit-up by combining the upper ab crunch with the lower ab leg lift. Then the Perfect Sit-Up adds an audible coach. You'll hear a click when you've done the exercise correctly. You'll activate all your abs, the inner obliques, the outer obliques, the upper abs, and the hard-to-reach deep lower abs. In fact, a university study shows the Perfect Sit-Up delivers up to 180% better abdominal contraction than a regular crunch. And when you flatten the abs below the belt, that helps you get into those skinny jeans. You can even use the Perfect Sit-Up in a chair. Just remove the leg blades and use it seated. So here's the deal. You can try the Perfect Sit-Up for 30 days for only $14.95. And one more thing. If you call right now, we'll ship it to you for free. That's right, free shipping on the Perfect Sit-Up. But you've got to call right now. carve away inches from your stomach. Get a perfect sit-up. Call now.
Call 1-800-446-6490. Don't delay. Call now.
Warning, on today's episode of Shooting Gallery, we deal with some zombies in a very violent way, and it might not be suitable for young children. But some things never change. In fact, my military sources tell me that the 5 square miles around Midway, USA, in Columbia, Missouri, are right now, at this instant, the safest 5 square miles in the continental United States. Let's go to Fortress Midway and Larry Potterfield.
Firearm safety is your responsibility. Hi, I'm Larry Potterfield with Midway USA. Let's take a look at some basic firearm safety rules. Be sure of your target. Be sure of your background. Be sure of your foreground. Always be sure of your target, whether it's a piece of paper or an animal. Never shoot if you're not sure of your target. Always know where your bullet will end up. Never shoot until you're sure the background is clear. Always be aware of what's between you and the target. Never shoot until you're sure the foreground is clear. Keep these 3 important things in mind before shooting. Make sure of your target. Make sure of your background. Make sure of your foreground. Remember, firearm safety is your responsibility. I'm Larry Potterfield with Midway USA, and that's the way it is.
Okay, here's where we are. Somewhere inside this hole that used to be an elementary school is a briefcase. Inside the briefcase, a couple of vials of antiviral drugs. Drugs that good people, friend of ours, died to get here. Our job, find the briefcase, move it on to Cheyenne, where the Center for Disease Control has something set up. You good?
You know what, Michael? I'm not real comfortable just hanging out open in this hallway like this.
I can't figure this corner, man. You want to swing around with the big gun, show me what's behind this corner?
You want me to take that corner?
Take it. And try to keep it quiet, dude. There's a nest of them everywhere.
All right, let me keep it quiet.
What part of quiet did you miss? That's a dinner bell for every zombie in the county.
Sorry, Michael.
Come on, moving.
I had to go.
Moving. One light. One light! Cover! One right! Crossing! This isn't working, dude.
What?
We gotta go room to room. We gotta find that briefcase. We ain't gonna find it, just work in the hallway. We gotta go back.
We're not going back, are we?
Gotta go back. Gotta give up ground.
All right, you want to reload and I'll cover you?
Right? I'm reloaded.
All right.
Door. You're gonna go right.
All right, on the door.
Right.
I got movement outside.
We're not seeing it.
You hearing it?
Not seeing it. Not hearing anything out there. Not seeing the package either. Don't see anything. Looks like a briefcase here.
All right. Scanning for the
Keep
package.
moving. Looking for the package. Nothing outside. Not hearing it. Door on the right.
All right, check it.
Checking. Locked. Door forward, moving. Whoa! There's a surprise. You know, Alan, never been a big fan of the M60. It's doing the job today, man. Doing the job today.
She's a little old. She's a little slow. But she puts some nice big holes in those zombies, doesn't she?
Perforating tool. You want to take the lead on this one?
Let me take the next room.
Okay, this door, take the lead.
Get a load of this guy.
Oh, that's nasty.
Hey, Muncher. Is this our guy?
I don't know, man. Maybe pieces. I can't tell. You see the briefcase anywhere?
I don't see the briefcase.
You got to find that briefcase.
All right, let's clear the rest of this room.
Nothing here, man. Next room. Next room.
All right. Michael, don't shoot angry.
What's that racket? Going left. What the heck is that? Watch
All right,
the
I'm
step on
going
the
right.
floor. One left. One left. That wasn't angry?
Sorry.
Hey, dude, I got the only zombie one-man band.
I didn't even know they played music.
Hopefully, we're going to find the briefcase, get the heck out of Dodge. So stay with us. Until then, we've got one more critical public service announcement on surviving in zombie world.
Hi, I'm Dr. Thomas Steele, Chief Resident Physician, Hot NG3 Specialist here at NRMC. Here's another life-saving tip. Any clothing that significantly impairs a victim's bite can be a lifesaver. Useful clothing includes leather, suede, heavy denim, heavy oilcloth, sturdy vinyl is found in unfashionable rainwear, and lacking any of those fabrics, lots of duct tape could be a lifesaver. Be safe, be smart, use euthanasia when appropriate. I'm Dr. Thomas Steele.
Advanced engine in its class, 50 horsepower, dual overhead cams, and fierce acceleration, the all-new XUV 825i will shatter your expectations.
The original vent visor from Auto Vent Shade comforts more drivers than any other window vent for one very good reason. It works. Its unique design lets fresh air in while keeping passengers and interiors dry in the rain or cool in the heat.
Hey, Mom, did you see my hit? Saw the whole thing.
That is, assuming you have them. The original vent visor from Auto Vent Shade lets fresh air in, keeps rain out. Available wherever quality auto parts are sold.
With up to twice the life and over 15 times more vibration resistance than traditional batteries, an Optima battery is perfect for whatever you and your vehicle are into. Look for its colored top and six-pack shape at your local dealer.
Only Polaris delivers the ultimate combination of power, suspension, and agility. The only trail-capable side-by-side, Ranger RZR. The only sport performance side-by-side, RZR S. The only four-seat sport, RZR 4. And the only extreme performance side-by-side, the 88 horsepower RZR XP. Razor-sharp performance only from Polaris.
Huge rebates and low financing are available right now during the Polaris XP sales event.
Shooting Gallery is being brought to you by Crimson Trace, immediate decisive advantage. Midway, USA, just about everything for shooting, reloading, gunsmithing, and hunting. Ruger, arms makers for responsible citizens. Stag Arms, left-handed, right-handed, you're covered with Stag Arms. And Streamlight, heroes trust Streamlight. Warning, today's show has some pretty extreme zombie violence in it. May not be suitable for young children. But keep in mind, no zombies were killed or injured in the making of this show. Body's right, body parts, dead or low left.
Looks like we lost one of our escort teams.
Looks like.
I'm gonna dump the 60, it's empty.
60's down. Welcome back to this special emergency episode of Shooting Gallery. Somewhere in this building are antiviral drugs that we need if we're going to stem the zombie apocalypse. Our job, find the briefcase with the drugs in it, get it on the way to Cheyenne, where CDC is still in operation. Alan, you good to work the room?
I'm good to go.
Let's go. Dude, we gotta be really, really careful.
Agreed.
Let's keep going.
That looks like the case, Michael.
Jackpot!
Why don't you go down there and get that thing?
Great. Sorry, dude.
All right, we're leaving.
Go, go, go. Whoa, dude, the Bolivian National Guard.
Must be that swarm you were
Cut
talking
some of this
about.
firewood down.
Reload!
Pistol down, moving forward.
Let's go see. We might have some twitchers up here.
Going to the knife.
You got a twitcher?
Twitcher!
Michael, we made it.
You want to take this case, get it to your biker buddy, get it on the way to Cheyenne?
I'm on it.
All right, good. Well, we made it this far, at least. But we're not going to be alone out here for long because this place is just crawling with zombies. Now, I know some of this has been hard for you to watch, but it's important for you to know how you can fight back, how we can win this war against the undead. I'm Michael Bain, this is Shooting Gallery, and as long as we have batteries, as long as we have an uplink, we're going to keep getting these special reports out to you. Couldn't have done it without my brother Alan Samuel and everybody else who's helped out here to make sure those antivirals are on the way. The most important thing for you to know, though, is that we are fighting the good fight, and we will win. Until next week, God willing, stay safe.
I'm Harry Glass with this Outdoor Channel update on the global zombie emergency. The rate of infection is on the rise. It's spread by the bite or contact with the blood of infected victims. The CDC is making progress with an antivirus. Results look good. The Federal Remote Governance Center near Cheyenne is up and running. Martial law is still in effect. However, there is no viable law enforcement to maintain order. The military is working to secure a functional government. Day-to-day resistance to these so-called zombies is up to ordinary citizens. People who believe in the Second Amendment have been effective and successful. The stories are coming in. We will continue to bring you all the news we can in these bleak times. Stay tuned to this channel and the Shooting Gallery for news and information.
In 11 seasons of Shooting Gallery, nobody can say that we haven't covered the full gamut, from hardcore training to, well, zombies. We hope you've enjoyed our little special 1st of April Shooting Gallery. We'll see you next week.
Get off the beaten path and enjoy the high-octane excitement. Sighting in with Shooting USA.
Now we're sighting in on the Russian-designed magazine-fed shotgun and its role in the open division of multi-gun competition. Plus, John has even more enhancements for his M&P 40 Pro limited gun.
This is Shooting USA, reporting the stories of America's shooting sports.
The Sega shotgun. In its simplest form, it's a Kalashnikov, beefed up to run 12-gauge shot shells. But this Sega is a far cry from the import guns that are out there. Now that the magazine-fed shotgun is finding a race gun role in multi-gun competition, gunsmiths and competitors are developing the parts needed to make these guns competition-ready and reliable. John Scouten has the story from Las Vegas.
They are more and more common in multi-gun competition, the Sega shotgun. Taryn Butler has been campaigning one for a couple of years now. This year, Taryn added a magazine block so he could make use of his dual magazines to prevent recoil from unloading that second mag. But there are still a few rough spots to work out. Clint Upchurch pressed for the lead with his Sega, finishing just off the podium in fourth for the open division. So it seems the platform is viable. But why hasn't defending Open champ Mike Voigt gone to one?
I think that the mag-fed shotgun, because of the course design, is an obvious improvement in some ways. On the other hand, if something goes wrong, such as we had a stage where we shot a few slugs out at the beginning of it, and then we went into birdshot afterwards, so I loaded one extra slug, and if I needed it, great. If not, I shot it, downrange. With the magazine-fed gun, they're kind of done. They can't put one more shell in there, so they've got to dump that whole magazine, start over. On that, that's one. The other one is the guns at this point are just not reliable.
Firebird Precision's Jim Lambert is one gunsmith who has a recipe for reliability from the Sega.
Out of the box, they're not the greatest gun in the world, but they do take a little bit of work to get up to this level where you can depend on them.
When Jim says a bit of work, well, what does that mean?
These take a while to build, and one of the issues with this platform is these guns don't have a lot of quality control. So you might find one gun that you put 50 hours in to get it up and running good. You might find another gun you need 200 hours. There's no consistency. You basically can't take a datum point on this receiver and make a fixture to do a machine operation, because the next receiver you try to put in your fixture isn't going to fit. These are my direct vector compensators. They have many, many ports in the barrel in 4 locations, 2 on either side, and you can port them on top. And they vector the gases back toward you before they expand. So you're actually getting some useful energy out of those gases. One of the other things I do is I shorten the gas systems on these guns and do the reporting. I build a new operating rod for the gun. I build this left-handed, left side charging handle. If you have a malfunction and you need to clear the gun, very unnatural to reach over the top of a standard Sega. This way, that fast, and you've cleared the gun. We build a lot of the parts here. We build the buttstock adapter. This is an Ace stock that's been shortened. We build this lower receiver unit, which carries an American trigger group. It's a rock and lock magazine well with an AR-15 style magazine release, so all of us shoot ARs. So this is natural to drop the magazine. Also went to the AR-15 style safety. So if you're shooting an AR, you can pick this up and everything, all the controls are comfortable except for left-hand charging. Some of the advantages, this gun is over 20 inches shorter than my Remington. It weighs 2 pounds less, and with a magazine back here, even if you're in an outlaw match and you've got a 20-round magazine on it, the weight is back toward your body. So it's very light up front. The heavy guns, you're running around, the nose wants to drop on you. With these, they're very balanced, very fast. You can get into ports quickly because it's so short. In my world, I think it's an advantage. A complete out-the-door gun like this is about $3,000. And that's stock, optics, comps, the whole boat. And it will have had 500 to 750 rounds shot through it to proof it. Because it takes a while to make sure they're just right.
There is clearly a divide among the top open division competitors on the magazine-fed shotguns, and it's worth noting that no one has yet to win a USPSA national title using one. But in the short time the Saiga has been seen in competition, those who think it's an advantage have pushed the capabilities far beyond the original design. And with innovators like Jim Lambert and Firebird Precision involved, the reliability and improvements will likely continue. And coming next today, it's the story of another famous service rifle, a design that's still in service. The M14 is now one of history's guns.
Shooting USA is brought to you by Smith & Wesson. Safety, security, protection, and sport. And by Federal Premium Ammunition, because every shot counts.
When it comes to personal protection, nothing beats a Bodyguard. Choose the lightweight, compact, and concealable Bodyguard 380 pistol or the Bodyguard 38 revolver, both with a built-in laser sight. The Smith & Wesson Bodyguards. Carry more comfortably, walk more confidently.
We gave it a more powerful Duramax turbo diesel and Allison transmission to help it move over 21,000 pounds. And then we gave it an advanced exhaust brake system to help slow it down, saving wear and tear on your brakes and on you. With a powertrain back for 100,000 miles, introducing the new Chevy Silverado HD, Motor Trend's 2011 Truck of the Year.
I'm John Meyer, and I train professionals. I strongly suggest that you keep a reliable light mounted on your gun. Like the Streamlight TLR2 strobe. It's ultra bright. It's got a strobe to disorient. It's got a laser for accurate aiming, so even under stress, your aim is good. It's easy to secure without any tools. That secure fit is one of the reasons why I recommend Streamlight TLR lights. Streamlight, the light you can trust. It can be a real lifesaver.
We're thinking seafood? Who's got the best seafood tonight?
How about some tilapia or jumbo shrimp?
And if you had seafood Newberg, you'd be my hero on an endless dinner buffet.
For around $10.
You got the hook. Only Golden Corral is a seafood lover's paradise. It's crunchy pecan-crusted tilapia, seafood Newberg with puff pastry, spicy jalapeno tilapia, and more. It's all part of our endless dinner buffet, still for around $10.
$10? I'm hooked.
Golden Corral. Help yourself to happiness.
Thursdays on Outdoor Channel. Head out to the field with experienced hunters on Primo's Thursday night Calls of the Hunt. See where the adventure leads as these hunters have their bow or rifle in hand with an incredible animal in their sights.
Congratulations, that's a great buck.
The hunting action is sure to be exciting on Primo's Thursday night Calls of the Hunt, starting at 7 p.m. Eastern, only on Outdoor Channel, now available to your television provider in 100% HD.
You're watching Shooting USA, news and information for America's gun owners.
When the Army adopted the M14, it hoped it would replace 4 firearms in battle: the M1 Garand, the M1 Carbine, the M3 Grease Gun, and the BAR Squad Automatic Weapon. Well, in the end, it proved to be too much to expect from any one firearm, so the M14 had a rather short career as a primary service rifle. But is it really out of service? Well, the answer is part of the story of the M14. That's now one of history's guns. This rifle is a descendant of a World War II veteran, evolved from the legendary M1 Garand. In fact, some have called this the ultimate Garand, the M14 U.S. rifle. The Army adopted the M14 in 1957. It is select fire with ammo fed from a 20-round box magazine, a real improvement over the Garand's 8-round clip. Like the Garand, the M14 fires a 30 caliber round, but it's chambered in the shorter 7.62 by 51 millimeter cartridge, not the Garand's 30-06.
The old 30-06 was a very effective battle cartridge at a very long range. But they found that most soldiers would not engage targets out beyond about 300 to 400 yards, or meters, as they began to say at that time.
Infantry historian David Stichon says the Army decided a new rifle with a shorter cartridge could do the job.
Because if you can shoot and kill somebody at 600 yards, that's usually good enough on the battlefield. Anything longer than that, bring in a sniper.
When the Army put the M14 into service, it had great expectations for the new rifle and hoped it would serve more than one purpose on the 20th century battlefield. So with the flip of this select fire switch, a soldier could turn the M14 from a semi-automatic infantry rifle into a full-auto assault rifle with a rate of fire of 750 rounds per minute.
A squad automatic weapon. He would place it on a bipod and fire it, or place it on a sling over his shoulder and place out full automatic fire to suppress the enemy so the other soldiers in the squad or platoon could move forward.
But when the M14 went to war for America, it didn't work out the way the military hoped. Both U.S. Marines and most Army infantry carried the M14 into battle in 1965, fighting the spread of communism in Vietnam. But problems arose with the M14. It was long and heavy and hard to handle in the dense jungle of Southeast Asia.
And probably too well made for the modern battlefield, because it will shoot very long range, is still expensive to make, and the magazine and the ammunition is still quite heavy.
Plus, the 20-round box magazine was just not enough capacity for full auto fire. But that was not the biggest issue.
The automatic rifleman also has a problem. The weapon is too light to be used as an automatic rifle, even with a heavy stock, because when he begins to fire it, after the second or third round, it becomes an anti-aircraft gun and flies up in the air. It is too light to be controllable in full automatic fire with such a large cartridge.
So just 8 years after its adoption, the M14 was being phased out in favor of the M16.
Douglas MacArthur said, old soldiers just fade away. Well, it more or less faded away and went out of service.
Jeff Reed is the arms curator at the National Infantry Museum. He believes while the M14 failed as a full auto weapon, it has stood the test of time as a long-range rifle. So now in the 21st century, this veteran firearm is back in battle, making longer-range shots in the hands of our soldiers in Iraq and Afghanistan.
Some people would think, well, it was a very short lifespan on that weapon. Not true.
The M14 has a resurrected role as the rifle for the squad designated marksman.
And what did they give them? XM21 versions of the old M14 with a scope. They thought they had died and gone to heaven.
And the M14, now a half-century old, continues to prove it's a rifleman's rifle. In the semi-auto version, it's always well represented in long-range service rifle matches, including at Camp Perry.
This weapon has a place in history, but it also has a place in the future. But when it gets down to it, the barrel and receiver are that old M1 Garand action, still pumping out rounds.
So in spite of its reputation, the M14 continues in service after more than 50 years. The Navy still uses it to destroy mines and kill sharks when they have divers in the water. And the last handsome walnut stock service rifle has another important role as well, one many people may not think of. The M14 is the rifle shouldered by the Honor Guard at the Tomb of the Unknowns in Arlington Cemetery. And coming up, John's with us again with even more parts to help make his M&P Pro a full house limited division contender. He's next.
Shooting USA is brought to you by Crimson Trace Laser Grips, the world's only grip-integrated laser sights. And by Blackhawk, the world's finest tactical gear. Performance rules.
At critical moments, you need backup. Federal Premium Ammunition introduces a 410 personal defense handgun shot shell designed for the judge from Taurus. The load uses a superior wad and premium shot, providing the best patterns and excellent penetration. And only Federal Premium offers the additional stopping power of 4 triple-aught buck pellets. You and an army of 4. Federal Premium Ammunition. Every shot counts.
The weekend is coming! The weekend is coming! The weekend is coming!
This weekend at Ace, you can get your entire purchase free and you're guaranteed to save when you pick up a scratch and save card. So get saving, then get your weekend back. At Ace, the helpful place.
Truth is, if you don't have your motorcycle insurance where you have your car insurance, you're paying too much. At Allstate, when you combine, you save up to 30%. Dollar for dollar, nobody protects the rider better than Allstate.
Advanced engine in its class, 50 horsepower, dual overhead cams, and fierce acceleration, the all-new XUV 825i will shatter your expectations.
Riders expect certain things from a Can-Am ATV. Groundbreaking technology, responsive handling, and the most power in every class. So why would they expect anything less from a Can-Am side-by-side? Introducing the Can-Am Commander, the most powerful rec utility side-by-side in the industry, with precision handling and the first dual-level cargo box. The facts say it's the most advanced side-by-side ever built, but the ride says it all.
When you live out here, it's easy to get connected to nature. Other things, not so much. If you've been dealing with a dial-up internet connection, you know what I'm talking about. Good thing HughesNet is here. HughesNet is high-speed internet by satellite that's available everywhere, even where you live, and it doesn't tie up your phone line. Now you can surf your favorite websites, bank online, shop for the best deals, find friends, and watch that video clip everyone's been talking about, all in a snap. Try doing that with dial-up. Take music, for example. In the time it takes you to download one song on dial-up, you could download an album on HughesNet. You don't have to settle for dial-up just because of where you live. No way. And best of all, with free standard installation, HughesNet is more affordable than ever.
Order HughesNet now and get free standard installation. Call 1-800-580-1340 or go online to HughesNet60.com.
Now we're sighting in with Shooting USA. The guns, the gear, and the information to get you on target.
Some time ago, I started modifying this M&P 40 Pro Series to get competitive in the limited division of USPSA. It started with an Apex Tactical Competition Action Kit that got the trigger down under 3 pounds. Then I upgraded the guide rod and recoil spring with the help of Speed Shooter Specialties. I also added one of their mag wells, and I got some base plates for the magazines from Taylor Freelance. But now it's time to tighten the groups a bit with this Storm Lake replacement barrel. Well, this is match grade and machined from 416R stainless, then hardened to 4042 HRC for durability. It has specially cut rifling that will accept either jacketed or lead bullets. And it drops in just like that. I think you'll agree it looks pretty sharp against that black slide. Well, while I've got the gun apart, I want to address the soft reset, which is common in the M&P. And Apex Tactical has a simple part to help me do that. They call it the RAM, and that's Reset Assist Mechanism, and it consists of this little spring and this plunger. Now, it's really simple to install as long as you've got the right size punch to take out the takedown pin. Now, the RAM is designed for the M&P pistols without the thumb safety. just like our 40 Pro. All right. That pin out of the way. We'll get the ejector and sear housing up out of the frame. And it just takes a little wiggling. And there it is. This hole in the assembly is where the ram is going to reside. And this divot in the ram bar here is where your trigger transfer bar is going to rest. So to install, you just slide that through the assembly with that divot facing up. Then replace your ejector, and that's it. Now we'll get the assembly back into the frame. And the first step is to get your trigger transfer bar aligned in the divot of the ram. Then everything just sort of goes back in the way it came out. We'll put the takedown pin back in place. Let me give you an idea of what our reset was like before the ram. Now, here's what it sounds like with the ram. That is an improvement. And you'll be happy to know that I didn't go too crazy on the money today. That Storm Lake barrel is only $160. And the Apex Tactical Ram system, well, that's just $23. Now here's something I think you might also find as a bargain. This is the Sportster Deluxe range bag from Blackhawk, and it boasts all of the same features of some of the better known range bags on the market, but at a very attractive price. There's a padded pocket here for your pistol. There's a large open center section for ammo, anything else you might need for a day at the range. The Sportster Deluxe bag from Blackhawk is just $60.
Nice find, John, from Blackhawk. A classic range bag design, but at a better price. What's not to like? Oh, now a note on the changes John has made to shoot the M&P 40 Pro in the limited division. It's now not legal for the production division in USPSA competition or for Bianchi Cup or for IDPA competition. However, everything he's done can easily be reversed by simply replacing the factory original parts. So this gun can truly serve multiple purposes. Well, next up today, Wade Bourne is back with another tip for you hunters. This time it's about setting up a rested shot.
Shooting USA is brought to you by Bergara Barrels, because precision shooters demand precision barrels. And by CCI, the leader in rimfire ammunition.
Out of all you'll spend on shooting this year, this is the most important, a membership in the NRA. Join at shootingusa.com and I'll pay $10 for you. It's that important.
I'm Todd Jarrett, world champion. I choose Blackhawk.
I'm Officer Jason Smith, and I choose Blackhawk. I'm Turbo, United States Navy SEAL, and I choose Blackhawk. I'm Officer Steve Deckard, and I choose Blackhawk.
Today's the day I'm gonna raise my hand, gonna look at you and smile every chance I can, 'cause today's all mine. I'm doing it right, living every moment like a Saturday night.
Everything running. Sports Authority. All things sporting good. Get a $10 cash card for spending $50 or more.
Hello, America. Hey, if you're sick of lousy weather, and I know I am, then you're going to love the extended forecast. Bikes, lots of them. That's right, folks. It's the Honda I Want to Ride open house. Let's go to the big map. Honda dealers nationwide are hosting an open house the weekend of March 25th. There'll be awesome deals, giveaways, demo rides, and at participating dealers, a chance to win a new Honda. So if you want to ride, head to your participating Honda dealer the weekend of March 25th. You don't want to miss it. Back to you, Chip.
With up to twice the life and over 15 times more vibration resistance than traditional batteries, an Optima battery is perfect for whatever you and your vehicle are into. Look for its colored top and six-pack shape at your local dealer.
ShootingUSA.com, your resource for firearms news and information.
Lately, Wade Bourne has been joining us with tips and suggestions, not just about shooting, but from the perspective of a lifelong hunter, author, and hunting show TV host. The difference is that a hunter may get one shot in a day to take that trophy. And Wade suggests that makes a shooting rest in the woods a high priority.
It surprises me when I go into the woods with other hunters how many other hunters don't use a rest. When they're shooting a rifle, a rest is absolutely imperative to get a good rock-solid aim point to hold those crosshairs steady. I don't care where you are, what you're hunting, if you're shooting a rifle, you need to use a rest if at all possible. Now then, there are a number of different things you can use. You can use a tree trunk, you can use a log, you can use a fence post or a rock. There are several commercial rests that you can take with you, shooting sticks in particular. You can buy sticks like this. They're adjustable. Just carry them along with you like a walking stick. If you need to take a shot, lay them down, lay that rifle in the Y, and you've got a good solid rest, a good solid foundation for your aim point. Here's another type commercial rest that I like. It's on the bungee cords. It folds up like so. Get ready to hunt. Pop them together, and you've got your rest. A little bit more cumbersome. One that I've seen recently that I really like is called a Little Sure Shot. This is a very simple item. It fits in your pocket, and I use it with my walking staff. I take this with me a lot in the woods, and this Little Sure Shot will clamp on at any height I want it to, and screw it down tight, and you've got a good solid rest. Or if you don't want to spend any money, you can find a couple of sticks. I put sharp points on the end, so when I spread them, they lock into the ground. I've got a nice little Y, lay my rifle in there. I'll guarantee you this one is just as solid as any of the other three. So the point is, use a rest every time. If at all possible, plan ahead to take a rest with you. And then practice using it in the woods during your shooting sessions. Take it with you when you go hunting. A rest will keep you on target. You'll make an accurate shot. You'll be a happier hunter, I guarantee.
Thank you, Wade. That's good advice. Oh, now one more thing for you multi-gunners, and for all of you with an AR rifle for that matter. You know, the AR rifle design never anticipated having a scope on top, never anticipated a flat top receiver. But now that scopes are common, the charge handle can be difficult to manipulate because you can't reach over the top to pull the release. Well, Mech Armor has the fix. This is the TAC Ops 1 charging handle for all AR platforms, both AR-10 and 15. Developed and tested by a former Ranger Battalion sniper, this design allows the user to manipulate the charge handle with either hand and with the rifle in any position, with or without an optic. The TAC Ops 1 still operates like a traditional charging handle, but the latch can also be released with the pressure on this lever. It's just over $100 for one more advantage in your multi-gun competition. We'll hook you up at our website for more info. That's at shootingusa.com. That's also the place for information and links on everything you've seen today in the Shooting USA Hour block. ShootingUSA.com is the place to enter the Smith & Wesson Great Gun of the Month contest. It's like the lottery. Can't win if you don't play. But this is free. For all of us, I'm Jim Scout. Shoot safely, shoot often, and share your sport.
Stay tuned for Shooting Gallery, part of Midway USA's Wednesday night at the range, only on Outdoor Channel.